Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good. I thought I still had like 10 episodes of Naruto left, but these are the last 4 canon episodes. I am done while I'm about to be done. I actually did it. I actually made videos for the entirety of the original run of Naruto. Part of me didn't think I'd actually get here. I am going to continue on and do Shippuden. I've never said that word out loud. I hope that's how it's pronounced. Shippuden. I do intend to watch the filler episodes, just I won't film any videos for them, and I probably won't watch them as closely. So, let's go into it. The last 4 episodes of Naruto. It's going to start off sad. We left in a sad place, and we are going to pick up in a sad place. This next episode is called A Promise Broken, because Naruto did not bring back Sasuke. We open with Kakashi taking Naruto home. The boy asks where Sasuke is, and Sensei doesn't answer. Medical ninjas arrive and ask about Sasuke too, and he just shakes his head. All the boys are injured, but Neji and Choji are in critical condition. Everyone got hurt for Sasuke. We see Choji in the hospital, and I like this jutsu chakra ninja medicine. They're like witches and sorcerers.
We're using the boy's own hair as a conductor, so focus on that. Try to accelerate the growth rate of the injured cells.
That is very cool. I've been interested in knowing more about how medicine and medical care is done in the world of Naruto, given these extra abilities, right? And it's very interesting to see that it's like surgery. It's like the intensity of surgery, and they've been doing it for 3 hours, but using chakra. That's very interesting. I like the thought that goes into that, because if you existed in a world where you could do these fantastical things using the power of your chakra and hand signs, you would do it for medical care as well. Tamari is waiting with Shikamaru. Her posture is kind of aloof, like closed off or maybe guarded, but I think it's significant that she's here with him and not with her brothers. She suggests he should be better at handling this because of their psychological training, but training and reality are 2 different things, and he wonders if he's cut out to be a shinobi. He blames himself for not being strong enough to keep them all safe. He's also just a teenager. Tamari provokes him with the question, "Are you afraid of getting hurt?" And he just walks away. His dad was nearby and listening, and kind of says the best thing that you could say to a boy in this situation.
You think if you quit, the missions will stop? Someone's gotta do it. They'll face the same risks, and some of them might not make it. Ones you might have saved if you'd been there to lead them. You've got a chance to reflect on your mistakes and to learn from them. Use your failures to make yourself a better leader.
Shame. It makes sense that he would be so upset by the first mission that he's in charge of resulting in so many serious injuries and him blaming himself. But they were also against opponents that were way out of their league. They did very well considering. They were all Genin except for him, fighting ninjas who could probably be like a Jonin level. So given all of that, they did do well. But I really appreciate how Naruto as a series shows the impact of this life, of combat, of putting your life at risk, of the emotional weight of all the decisions that these ninjas make and the positions they put themselves in and the results of those decisions. I also appreciate, I don't know if I've said this before, that they all look like children. All of the younger ninjas look like they're 13, 14 years old. They do look their age. And sometimes in anime, you can find out that a character is like 14 and you'll get a genuine shock because they don't look like that. But in Naruto, they look really young, and they are really young. And I'm glad that they show them cracking and making themselves stronger and having to deal with the consequences of all of this and the emotional impact of being a ninja, putting your life and your comrades' lives at risk. And Tsunade comes out just at the right moment to declare Choji out of the woods. He's going to be alright. Thanks to the Nara family's giant medicine book. She's very impressed by their work. And then Shizune arrives with the good news that Neji is okay too, and Kakashi brought Naruto back, and he's also going to be alright.
Just two. Shikamaru, your mission was a failure. However, everyone's alive. That's the most important thing.
Next time, the mission will go perfectly.
Oh, Shikamaru, he even cried. I didn't expect that, but I can't imagine how much relief he would feel that his friends are okay. And they were almost successful. They defeated all of the sound ninjas. It's just that Sasuke did not want to go back to the Leaf Village. They retrieved him, but he didn't want to be retrieved. Maybe he'll feel a bit better once he talks to Naruto and Naruto folds him in. If Naruto can really talk about it. Now we're checking in with the devil and his new apprentice. I wonder what Sasuke thinks about all the prisoners the evil snake scientist has. He gives Orochimaru attitude, anxious for power, and Kabuto warns him to behave. And Orochimaru is very excited about Sasuke's intensity. Naruto has Sasuke's headband, which is very appropriately slashed through the leaf symbol. Shikamaru gives him an update, and Naruto does the same, while Sakura is at the door. So she's very sad to know that Sasuke was not retrieved. She enters with Tsunade, and of course Naruto apologizes for breaking his promise. Sakura brushes it off, forcing cheerfulness, and I appreciate her putting this front for her friend. He promises that he will get Sasuke back eventually. He always keeps his word.
If I say I'm gonna do it, that means I will, okay? Don't forget, my way of the shinobi means I always stand behind what I say!
And then Pervy Sage arrives to tell Naruto that the Akatsuki are coming for him, and now he has only 3 years to train Naruto into a full-fledged shinobi. And of course, our boy is more concerned for Sasuke than danger 3 years from now. Jiraiya has done some good ninja information gathering and assures him that Orochimaru can't take Sasuke's body for at least 3 more years. So it's chilled for now.
Forget Sasuke.
Huh?
I've seen many shinobi, so I know the type. Orochimaru and Sasuke are cut from the same cloth.
He may mean nothing to you, but he's my friend!
Idiot! Just take a good look at the condition you're in, and he's the one who did it to you. Was that the work of a friend?
No, but...
And now he's focused on healing quickly so that he can go and get Sasuke back. And I expected him to be more discouraged. I know that Naruto is a character who doesn't give up, who keeps going and going and pushing and pushing. But after the things that Sasuke said and did, I'm surprised that he bounced back so quickly. I expected the journey to getting back to a place where he hasn't given up on Sasuke to take longer. Because Sasuke killed him. Sasuke tried to kill him. And I wanted to see him deal more with the emotion of that, but maybe that's still coming. Because that's a big deal, what happened in that fight.
Why? Why are you doing this?
What a sentimental fool you are, Jiraiya.
It's not too late to turn back, Orochimaru. Don't do this.
How'd you get to be such a fool?
Oh man, look at the expression on Jiraiya's face. It's clearly very personal for him because he had a friend do the same thing, right? Orochimaru betrayed the village. And has now also killed the fourth Hokage, who was their sensei. And I'm sure that continues to cause Jiraiya pain. And the way it worked out, like history repeating itself with Sasuke now being with Orochimaru and Naruto being with Jiraiya, must be quite painful for him. And Jiraiya is also kind of echoing my own thoughts, right? I was like, look what he did to you. Why are you still so ready to save him? Look at your injuries. He did this to you. So that's unfortunate to have something in common with Jiraiya. He doesn't want Naruto to go through all the pain that he went through. But at least Sasuke has some real good foundation for the route that he's taken. What exactly is Orochimaru's reason for doing all the things that he has done? Is it just to become more powerful? To collect all the jutsu? Because he didn't become Hokage? Jiraiya gives Naruto an ultimatum. If you go after Sasuke, I won't train you and you will be detained and protected in this village. We cannot let anyone get the nine-tailed fox. You have greater responsibilities than just an ordinary ninja. Oh man, poor Naruto. Jiraiya calls him a fool for holding all this hope for Sasuke. And he says, screw you, Jiraiya, I don't want to be your kind of smart. And Jiraiya caves because he's a softie. He decides to keep training the knucklehead ninja. You know, Naruto's golden heart and sunshine attitude just changes everyone around him. And now we see the Akatsuki meeting in the shadows like proper shinobi. But I'm not sure if they're physically there, as they're like flickering. Is there astral projection in Naruto? Either way, they confirm that they do indeed want to go after Naruto and that they're aware that Orochimaru has taken Sasuke. So I'm assuming this episode is a mix of canon and filler. It begins with Sakura and Naruto facing someone in order to save Sasuke. I'm just gonna watch till we get to the canon part. This episode is called Sakura's Determination, so I think it's her resolving to become stronger. And Sakura having that big resolve moment to become stronger is kind of long overdue. Like long overdue. She had that moment in the Forest of Death during the Chunin exams when Sasuke and Naruto were in danger and she was the only one who could protect them. But that moment didn't pay off. It didn't amount to something, really. In the moment when that happened, she did this big thing, but it wasn't effective. They were not saved. And it was Lee's arrival that saved them, and then Sasuke waking up with the curse mark that saved all of them. So if that hadn't happened, Sakura still was not able in that moment to really offer them protection. So for me, after that incident, and also after she was not able to really contribute during the Land of Waves arc, I would have thought those two things would have put her on the same kind of push to become really strong, like the boys have had. But it didn't, because she was so worried about Sasuke that she couldn't do anything else. Like, we see her in her bedroom, sad and depressed about Sasuke, and she was right to worry about him because obviously he was in danger. But she didn't train, and I don't know why. Like, from a storytelling point, Sakura never trained in that time when the boys were training. Kakashi wasn't available, sure, But she can train by herself even, right? There's a whole bunch of other ninjas that she could surely ask to help her. She could have asked Kakashi to get her a teacher, though Kakashi should have just gotten her a teacher. I do think that's a failing on his part as well. And after everything with Gaara, we had Sasuke being like, I never want to be that weak again where I can't protect my friends. But I also wanted Sakura to have a moment where she was like, and I never want to be so weak that I am in the position where I have to be protected. I really wanted that for her. And we didn't get it. And I want her to have all of that big strength because she's a kunoichi. And I'm also a girl, and I want the girl to be badass as well. It's as simple as that. I want to see myself in Sakura. And I don't. And maybe it's different in the manga, but I hate that the biggest thing of her character development is sadness over Sasuke. And even her feelings for Sasuke, in my opinion, have not been properly developed or fleshed out. I can't say this is a thing that Sakura likes about Sasuke. And oddly enough, we have that for why Hinata likes Naruto. We can say, oh, she's crazy about him because she admires his strength and his nendo, and she feels inspired by him, and he pushes even though he's all alone, and she has all of this admiration for him. But we didn't have that same kind of thing for Sakura, for Sasuke, and I really would have liked it. It makes sense that as they spent time together, the crush that she had on him at the start of the series would grow into more serious feelings because they're spending time together. But we didn't see that spending time together. I can't help but not take her feelings for him seriously because of her age and because we haven't seen it develop, really. And so part of me is like annoyed when she's so sad that he's gone. Like extra sad that he's gone, because obviously there should be some level of sadness because that was her teammate and her friend and he's now joined the dark side, so of course she's sad. But when he left, she told him that it was the equivalent of his whole family dying. And where is that? Where's the justification for that depth of feeling? We don't have it. That was just a rant. And know that I don't want to dislike Sakura. I want to like her simply for the fact that she's a girl and I'm a girl and I want to like the girl character. It's as simple as that. I want to like her, but there's just not. I'm missing the meat. The meat of her character. Anyway, this guy they're fighting is so strange looking, and I look forward to finding out what happened at a later date. Naruto is in danger and Sakura is feeling useless, and then this other kunoichi punctures the bad guy and he like deflates. You know, there's a lot of low-key body horror stuff in this anime. The things these ninja do to become stronger. Jiraiya arrives and whisks the youths away on a giant toad. He talks about how they now know for sure that they have 3 years till Orochimaru takes Sasuke's body. And yes, we did know that. Did we forget that in the previous episodes? Sakura is realizing that the desire to risk your life to protect someone you care about is a powerful tool and motivator, but also kind of useless if you're just gonna die or get hurt for nothing. I am glad that this lesson has hit home. Shikamaru and Tsunade talk about the value of a medical ninja in each squad, but the problem is it takes ages to train one and requires a lot of intelligence and chakra control. Like a certain kunoichi I was just ranting about. That's kind of perfect. Each member of Team 7 training with a Sanin. I like that. Okay, so guys, it's now several hours later. I recorded those 2 videos, went out, and now I'm back. And I'm still thinking about everything that I said about Sakura. You know, that's my genuine feelings. But now I'm wondering if, like, everything that I was saying about her taking so long to find her way is the point of Sakura's character. And I just didn't like it. I just was not a fan of her story, how it goes. And that's okay. Not everything is going to be for me. And it does make sense that a star student in school would graduate and then flounder a bit and kind of not know where to go, because school is very structured and they kind of tell you what to do, and then once you're in the world you have to figure it out yourself. And especially in a team with such strong personalities as Sasuke and Naruto, who have such clear goals for what they want to achieve, because they also just rush forward. So it's almost like Sakura is still thinking of what she wants to do and they're already doing it. So I am willing to say that I did not give her enough credit, perhaps. Now that I think about it some more, or now that I got all of that off my chest and then had time to think about it. But anyways, let's go into the next episode. We begin with Naruto feeling strong enough to begin training, and Sakura training with the palm technique. Or I think it's called the palm technique. Kiba and Shino are chatting about the Sasuke retrieval mission, and seems like Shino's feeling a little bit left out. Neji seems to be back to his old self and is already training, and with his uncle too. He says he's still got a long way to go before he's at the man's level, but he sure does have his uncle breathing heavy. I like to see this mending of familial rifts. Choji is back to his old size and keen to train, which excites Asuma. Not so long ago he was worried about his team, so he must be proud of how well his boys did. Lee has somehow exhausted Guy Sensei, and Tenten is giving him these admiring eyes, I guess. The Sand Ninjas are on their way out of the village. Seems like they were teaching at the academy, and that's really nice. I like this friendship between nations. As they're leaving, Tamari throws a comment Shikamaru's way. Let me know when you need to be rescued again. She's really becoming a favorite of mine. Jiraiya has a mission to snoop on the Akatsuki, so training can't begin yet. So he leaves Naruto with a super secret scroll to train with. I bet it's nonsense.
Furby Sage's secret training system! Willpower! Furby Sage!
That's funny. Jiraiya got jokes. We see the Leaf's maximum security prison, which appears to be surrounded by a lake of lava, which is awesome. One of the prisoners steals a screwdriver, and he's got very sinister intentions. He wants to join Orochimaru. Probably quite a few of his followers in that prison, hey? Turns out that the prisoner is that guy Mizumi who tricked Naruto into stealing a scroll in episode 1. Tsunade sends Kurenai and Asuma to investigate, and Naruto follows because he's an eavesdropper and likes to involve himself in situations. This is the beginning of a filler arc, I'm sure, and I think it's quite a good idea bringing back that guy from episode 1.
Being stuck in prison really changed this guy's personality.
For some reason, I found that line hilarious. Naruto arrives to find the senseis beaten up on the ground. It's not looking good. But now I'm going to go right to the finale. I'm also jumping to the halfway point of this episode because I think the first half is filler and I don't want to spoil myself for it like I did with that other one with the guy that had all those people inside of his body. So I just jumped to the conclusion of that. Well, I didn't watch the conclusion, just halfway where they're back at the hospital. So yeah. Jiraiya is back and the time frame has become even shorter. Now it's 2 years till the Akatsuki will attack. I just saw the Sound Ninjas leave and now they're leaving again. The voice of this random girl is Haru from Beastars, and it's my first time hearing her in something else. This lady has such a distinctive voice. Naruto does the responsible thing and cleans up his flat before leaving. It's probably been years since it was this tidy. Tsunade is gearing up to make a strong leader out of Shikamaru, and Sakura seems to have brought a fish back to life. I didn't realize they were teaching the youths necromancy. Ino also wants to be a medical ninja, and of course she and Sakura can't help but fight. May this kind of friendship never find me. Naruto leaving to train with the famous son named Jiraiya is inspiring the others to train hard, so he won't be way stronger than them when he returns. They're also kind of sad to see him go, especially Neji and Hinata. It's really heartwarming to see how far Naruto has come in terms of how he is perceived by his comrades. I feel like everyone can now see the parts of Naruto that Hinata has been seeing this whole time, right? He's got friends now. He's got people who will miss him when he's gone. He's not all alone anymore. And no one is underestimating him anymore. Iruka tells him to behave and work hard, and I think he's going to miss him the most. And shame, no goodbye with Kakashi, but I'm sure they spoke to each other off screen and not everything that happened with Sasuke, and Kakashi is probably out there somewhere doing ninja missions for the village.
Just you watch.
And that is it. I have finally watched Naruto. It was a pretty big hole in my anime knowledge. I think the only thing left now that's like a big one is One Piece. I haven't watched any One Piece, but that feels like quite an endeavor. And I still have a lot left of Naruto in order to really understand it. I think some of the most iconic characters haven't even appeared yet in the story. So that's something to look forward to. I really did enjoy this a lot more than I was expecting. I don't know why I wasn't expecting to like it so much, because it's like the most famous anime in the world. I think I might be biased because when it was airing when I was like a teenager or a youth, and my brother was really into it, and I was like, ew, my little brother, and I think that's why I didn't watch it. Which is so stupid. But I will be back with Shippuden. I think I'm going to make a video after this of just like a collection of thoughts now that I've had a time, because when I make these videos I'm just reacting. I don't have time to really absorb the things. So now I have things to say now that I could think about it all. Yeah, so that will be next, and then we'll dive right into Shippuden. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I really want to see the character Pain. I've seen so much images of him, and people seem to like him a lot, and I really want to know what's so cool about him. Guess I'll find out. Hopefully it's not too long till that happens. Yeah. So anyway, that's it for me. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment if you want to say hi. I'll see you in the next one. I'm Kayla. Bye.